Hey people, it's Teal Gamer discussing some things about the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition that people keep posting about all over the place, and yet the discussions never seem to go anywhere and or nobody seems to want to talk about it to an extent. So this is not going to be your average Skyrim, hey look, I used this mod, or look at the graphical comparison video. Instead, I'll be discussing some things that need to be looked at, people should be aware of, and understand the full scope of what's going on, so that way when they read a problem about it, they can actually understand what people are saying instead of just going by, well, this game is broken. So before getting into this video, I just want to give those of you who have found me for the first time what my videos are about so you know what to expect. Here it is in a nutshell. I don't sugarcoat anything. I come out and say it how it is. If there's a problem with the game, I say there's a problem with it. If there's a problem with the developer, I say there's a problem with the developer. If there's a problem with gamers not running the game right, I say that too, which pisses off a lot of people because I'm so-called tarnishing or being negative about the game when in reality people just can't handle facts. And that's the reason I don't allow comments underneath my videos, because I'm not a fucking babysitter. People just don't like what I say, so they're going to attack me. You know what? Too bad. I'm not going to stop making these videos because I inform people about facts. If I have an opinion, I say it's my opinion. If I don't know it, I say I don't know. But 90% of the stuff in my videos can all be verified by facts by looking it up. So that's it. So that being said, let me get right into the video. And the first thing I'm going to go over is use rounded figures. These are not actual figures. I'm just using rounded figures so you can get a grasp and bearing on how this is. And basically, 99% of the people, and again, that's a fabricated number, it's just a lot of people. Most of the people that have played this game have been having some sort of crash issue with it, and that is because they're idiots and don't know how to run the game, don't know how to, properly do anything with the game, which I'm going to go over. But there are 1% of the other population that play this that are actually having legitimate problems. And I'm going to go over where a few of those problems are. So first, I'm going to give you my system specs. And I'm going to point out that the NVIDIA drivers are causing this game to have problems for the people that are legitimately having problems. You'll get blue screens upon installing. You will get crashes out of nowhere. It'll say this has stopped working. You're missing .dll files, just all sorts of things like that. I come to find out that the NVIDIA drivers, a long time ago, when NVIDIA starts putting out brand new drivers, it will actually cause interference with it because the drivers are not stable. Now, I'm not saying they always cause interference with it, but for the most part, on a lot of people's computers, if you install the very newest NVIDIA drivers for your NVIDIA card, you will most likely wind up running into problems simply because the drivers are not stable. And what the drivers that I'm using for the NVIDIA, which seem really stable, is I think it's 795. I'm sorry, it's 375.63. That's the NVIDIA driver that I'm using in mine, because I tried using 375.70, 375.90, and it just kept blue screening when I was installing stuff. So I went back to this, and this is actually fine. And the physics engine in this, the physics drivers in this is 9.16.0318. It comes with that if you go to the NVIDIA site. So I just wanted to give people background information on the people that are having legitimate crashes, what's probably the cause of it. Now, I'm going to explain what the rest of the idiots are doing. First of all, this is a brand new game. I don't want to say it's a brand new game. It's a game with a brand new engine. It does not run off of the same shit as Skyrim does, okay? It's a completely different engine. So when you read about most of these people having problems, you will find in their topic, I added mods. I added mods. Somewhere in their topic, either they say it up front or they say it right out the beginning. I had mods. Of course your game is going to be fucking broken if you're adding old mods to a new system. And even if you're adding newer mods to this, the game hasn't even been out yet. So basically people are overloading their fucking game with mods, and then the game is breaking because their system can't handle it, or a few additional things which I'll go over in a minute, but then they're blaming Bethesda for releasing a shitty release. No, you fucking moron. Stop overloading your game with mods. Period. Play the fucking game first, then add mods. The second thing people are doing is they have their damn settings up fucking too high. So basically, when you have an NVIDIA card or you have your system picking up how your computer is displayed to be playing the game in the menu. So it's, let's say shadows are turned on high. Your graphical card, your GPU is designed to pick up the settings. Just because your settings are in the menu that way does not mean you can play the game that way. I know it goes against all logic, but that's the reality. You need to adjust your settings. If you're having stuttering or frame rate problems, I'm not saying Bethesda is totally innocent here, but I am saying that most of the people that are having their problems with their game are self-created because they're running the game too fucking high. They're running it on settings their computer can't handle, and or they don't have these types of specs. Okay, I can run anything on high because I not only have a GTX 1070, but I have an SSD as well as I have DDR4 RAM, not DDR3. And my i7 is a really good processor. I'm not saying that's top of the line, but that's a fucking nasty setup. So I'm going to go into the game and I'm going to show you guys a few things. Now, I've had a crash with this. It's because I was running something in the background, or I actually added something to the game and the game shut down. As soon as I took it out, the game stopped having problems, which is where I'm getting this from. So I'm going to go into the game right now, and I'm going to explain a few things while I'm playing. I'm going to show you my settings and everything. Alright, so I've launched the launcher, and I'm going to show you the settings that I actually have set up for this. And afterwards, I'm going to go into the game and show you. I mean, I have all of this stuff up as high as I can, except for lens flare. I can't stand that. And basically, this is what you see. So I'm going to launch the game and go in and talk to you in there. Okay, here I am at the title screen. I just want to go over one last thing about the mods. I mean, because this is basically where a lot of people's problems are coming from. First of all, people are actually taking mods off of the Nexus that were built for Skyrim and using them in here. You can't use mods from the Nexus that were built for Skyrim in the Special Edition. They're totally different game engines. Maybe the same game, but they actually have different programming code, which are going to cause conflicts. And another thing, when you sign into the Bethesda thing to get mods off of the Bethesda, all anybody did was overload their game with mods, and then they're trying to blame Bethesda when their game crashes or doesn't function right, because they have too many fucking mods in there. They're causing conflicts because they haven't even bothered to play the game yet. And the other thing that doesn't help the matter is these YouTube videos and all these topics on forums, on the Steam forum and Reddit, must have these mods. 5 essential mods. Top 10 mods. Gotta get these mods. What are you, fucking brain dead? A YouTuber says you must have these mods? I gotta get them. I gotta get them. Play the fucking game before you start modding it. All anybody basically did was overloaded the game with mods when they fucking started it up and didn't even play the game. It's like they were just daring to get fucking mods into the game. It doesn't even make any sense. So that being said, I'm just going to continue my character. And I'm going to basically give my opinion. Now, this is my opinion on the gameplay, because pretty much what Bethesda did was they took the high-res texture packs that were put out for the original Skyrim, and they basically implemented them into this game. So this game is nothing more than the original game, except it has the high-res texture packs added. When you have the high-res texture packs added, it basically doubles your system requirements. That's what it does. So, as you can see, this is my opinion on this, and some people may agree or not, but to me, this game looks literally no different than I'm playing with the high-res texture packs. It literally looks exactly the same. And so, my point is that if people are going to start using ENB mods and all this other horse shit, they can't even, your eye cannot even see half of the detailing. Everybody's saying, oh, these mods are so great. What are you, fucking standing still and taking pictures? That's the only real good thing about this, because when you're playing, your eye can't even distinguish half of the stuff that people says looks so good. Watch, when you're running, your eye can't decipher this. It's literally impossible. You can only see so much. So unless you're standing still taking pictures, ENB doesn't really actually do much for you, again, unless you're taking pictures. So I just wanted to give my input on this and basically show that, you know, this is my opinion with the graphic end. I don't really see any difference, you know, but whatever. I mean, people can do what they want to do. But as I said, you overload your game with mods, you're going to have problems. It's your own fault. You have nobody to blame but yourself. And that's really all there is to it. Take care, guys. This is it. TL Gamer. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.